Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is the monthly reading for February 2022 for all the signs. For the reading, I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck for the main spread. If I need to clarify, I have the Gilded Tarot here. I will pull an oracle card from the Sacred Traveler deck, which is by Denise, Linn. And then if you stick around to the end of the reading, I will be using the Light Seers Tarot, okay, this one right here, to do a 3-card pull to give you the chance to ask a question and then have a yes or no answer. So do stick around until the end for that. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate. And if you're interested in shorter, more readings that I put out more frequently, you can head over to TikTok. I'm at Changing Phases Tarot on TikTok. All right, I will stop for now and we'll see each of the signs in a second for the reading. Hi Sagittarius, hope you're doing well. Here to get into your reading. Now I have been shuffling off camera, but I will give the deck a few more shuffles. So what are the messages for Sagittarius for the month of February 2022? What does Sagittarius need to know? Messages for Sagittarius. We had those fall out. They fell out upside like that, right? Facing up. So we will take them. Don't forget to stick around till the end of the reading, okay, Sagittarius, so you can get your yes or no answer to a question that you have, okay? All right, so these came out like this, so I'll put them in this order. So Judgment, Major Arcana number 20, crossed by the 7 of Cups. In the deep past, Major Arcana number 12, the Hangman. In the recent past, 8 of Swords. Crowning your reading, 2 of Wands. In the near future, Page of Wands. You appear as the King of Pentacles. Surrounding you in your environment, the 8 of Pentacles. Hopes and fears, the 3 of Wands. And outbound energy, the Knight of Swords. From the bottom of the deck, your overall energy for the month. Beautiful, the 2 of Cups. And you have the Hierophant underneath that. So, yeah, for some of you, there could be a soulmate connection coming in this month, right, if you haven't already met the person. And it could lead to, a significant commitment that with the Hierophant following it. The Hierophant is a religious figure, can represent, obviously, like head of a church, so somebody that you would go to get married. So this could be a significant relationship coming in with, potentially marriage material. So that's interesting. If this isn't a relationship, like romantic relationship, the 2 of Cups can be a partnership, because with the soulmate energy, we have, in our lifetimes, we have many soulmates, right? And these are people who we come into soul contracts with them before incarnating in this lifetime. And we make commitments to these people to come together, right, to learn and grow spiritually. So sometimes these people can appear as friends. They can be co-workers, just colleagues. And obviously they can be romantic partners. So it's going to be different for everybody watching. But this is a very, a very strong emotional connection here with the 2 of Cups. At the center of the spread, starting off here with Judgment. Judgment can be a significant decision to be made, right? A judgment call. It can also be like this, resurrection or something getting a second chance. Could be a second chance with another person. So, getting back with somebody from the past. It can be getting a call back if you've applied for a position, you thought you didn't get the job, now you're getting the call back, getting the interview. It can be going back to doing something that you used to do, going back to working somewhere where you used to work. So there's this, return element to the Judgment card. The Judgment card is also, it's associated with the sign of Scorpio. So you might be dealing with a Scorpio, which is, water energy. And what could help or hinder the Judgment, so the second chance or getting back with the person, what could help or hinder is the Seven of Cups, which, this is the, it's a very dreamy, daydreamy, up in the air type of energy. You can see here that on the card there are 7 cups. In this deck it doesn't show it like in the traditional tarot. Traditional tarot will have the 7 cups, and each cup contains something that is of interest. So, there could be like wealth in one cup, or, jewelry, so representing, the sort of the financial, right? The tangible things that you might want in life. Another cup might represent a relationship. Another one might represent a career. But basically, each cup represents something, right? If this is, sometimes the 7 of Cups shows up if you're on like dating sites, and you're looking at all of the dating profiles and sort of comparing them and think, oh, well, that person, is very nice looking, but this other person, is really interested in the same type of thing that I'm interested in, and so each person has like their own special qualities, but it's all about picking that one. While you're just sending messages to, all 7 of them, you haven't really made a choice, right? Once you finally say, okay, you know what, all these other people are great, but I'm going with this person X, this person has this, that, and the other, and that's what I would like in my next partner. And so I'm going to stop messaging the other people. Until you do that, everything is just, you haven't really started dating seriously any of them, right? So there's a need to focus your attention on one particular cup. But so focusing your attention is what could help or hinder, right, this Judgment card at the center. Now, in the deep past, you have the Hanged Man, which it can represent a delay in something, right? It's taking time out. It's reflecting. It's also, seeing things from a different vantage point or perspective. You can see that the man here, he's tied upside down. He could easily get out of the position that he's in, but he doesn't, because he understands that it's only by being in this upside down position that he is able to see everything from this point of view, right? If he were the right way up, things would look very different. It can be a delay. Doesn't mean that something won't happen. There just might be a delay to whatever that thing is happening, right? But it's necessary. If there was a delay, it was there are things going on behind the scenes that you might not understand or be able to see. In the recent past, the Eight of Swords, and I like seeing this behind you because, this is, as you can see, is another figure who is tied up. So we have this, being tied up, feeling stuck. In the case of the Eight of Swords, she thinks that she is trapped in a situation, right? She's incapable of moving, incapable of seeing or finding her way out of that situation. But in actuality, right, she is thin enough that she could just walk through the swords and get out of there. Also, the blindfold and the ribbon that's holding her tied up there, I mean, it's not knotted, or, she could easily just move and remove all of the ribbon and see things for what they really are. So it's, thinking or not being able to see your way out of a situation, but it's like things really aren't as bad as you might think, right? And there is a way out. You just, you can't see it, but it sits in the past. So for many of you, you've already been through this. So you could have been feeling stuck or trapped, whether this was in a job, in a relationship, not being able to see a way out of a certain situation. And then you have crowning you the Two of Wands, which is kind of like the complete opposite, because this is very you're in control energy. This is you're standing at a crossroads, staring down both paths, and you're the one who is going to make the decision as to which path you go down, which way you're going, where you're heading. Yeah, so it's a card of decisions, but it's you're the one who's going to make that decision, and you're very capable of doing it, right? The Suit of Wands, it has to do with the work that we do. It's our own drive, ambition, determination for the things we do in life, right? It can be creative endeavors and projects, can be work. If it is to do with a relationship, could be choosing between two people, possibly. And then you have news coming in the near future, so more fire energy. But this particular page could be an actual person, right? If so, it would typically be a younger fire sign individual, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Could be a child, your own child, or somebody who's younger than you are, or just maybe, has this more like immature, younger type of energy. But I usually view these pages more as events, so pages bring in news. And this is news that is very exciting. You feel very excited about it, with it being fire energy. Also, this page is very good at thinking outside of the box. So going back to, seeing things from a different perspective, and it does sit across, sort of mirroring this Eight of Swords. This person might be able to help you, with you taking on the energy of the Page of Wands. It's like you have the vision, you have the, this different way of looking at things to be able to think outside of the box and, and see your way out of whatever this is. It can also be like that offer coming in. If it's a new relationship offer, it's very passionate, you feel very excited about it. If this is the new job offer, again, it's very exciting. It's positive news coming in. Now, you appear as the King of Pentacles, and in your environment, how others view you, Eight of Pentacles. So, you're focused on your stability, long-term stability, with it being Pentacles, because Earth energy, it deals with the material things. So things here in the material realm, the money we earn, the work we do, our home, our family. And, you showing up as the King of Pentacles, he is King Midas. Everything he touches turns to gold. So he's very dependable, reliable. He's very good at earning money, holding on to his money. So a definite focus on like your long-term goals. If this is a job, there's like long-term energy surrounding it. If it's this relationship, then, I think that you're focused on really making the relationship work, and, working hard at it to make it last. Because with the Eight of Pentacles, this is like the apprentice, the worker bee energy. It's putting in the time and effort, working hard at something. If it isn't a relationship, if it's more to do with your career or the work that you do, this can be you taking some additional training, on-the-job training, going back to school. It could be putting in extra hours, picking up overtime hours. It's just a real focus on your career and your finances. Hopes and fears, you're hoping for, abundance and growth. The Three of Wands, it's a progression. You're going from the 2 to the 3. And, you've now made the decision, you've put in the hard work and effort, and you're hoping that you're going to have this, positive return on investment, that you're going to start seeing things coming in for you. Three of Wands can be also to do with something overseas, something by water, might be traveling overseas, dealing with people from overseas or from a different background or culture than you. Three of Wands can also be like great growth potential, right? Threes in the tarot they generally speak of growth and expansion, and in the case of the Three of Wands, like unlimited potential, unlimited opportunity. And you head out the month with the Knight of Swords, which is very fast-paced energy. Again, this night, knights bring in offers, right? This page is like the news. You have an offer coming in with this Knight of Swords. And as it's Swords energy, going back like we were saying with the Eight of Swords, it's cerebral energy. So this is news that's going to bring you clarity of mind. It's the offer, right? And I think that you're feeling just very, you're feeling good about the direction that you're heading in, whether this is, in your career, going back to do something you used to do, or going back to maybe where you used to live or used to work. Or if it's a person, you could be getting back with a person. But it looks like you're willing to put in the effort, and you're feeling very positive about where you're heading by the time you get to the end of the month. Let's go ahead and get you an additional oracle card. So one additional card for Sagittarius. So what else does Sagittarius need to know? This card came out. This card has come out for a number of the signs, and it just flew out. So it's in the flow. Everything is smooth sailing. And I was saying about traveling overseas, it can be by water, by boat. Here we have like the boat flying through the air, or it's a sleigh, but, in the flow. So everything is smooth sailing is what it says. So yeah, it's like things are starting to progress. Let me just pick out, I won't read the whole description, but just the key words here for in the flow from the book. So you're moving into a period of gracious ease and flow. All is unfolding perfectly and with good timing. Yeah, see, there's something with timing with the hangman. Remember, we were talking about the timing of this. So there's timing is important. This isn't the time to try to control the events of your life. To sort of let go, and things are moving. Like I was saying, with how you can't always see or understand what's going on behind the scenes, but there's divine orchestration at play here. So, now is the right time. Things are falling into place as they are meant to. Yeah. So looks very positive. All right, let's go ahead and do the last portion of the reading. Oops, I just hit the camera. Sorry about that. Okay, Sagittarius. So the way that we're going to do this, as I'm shuffling, I'd like you to focus on a question. So formulate a question, whatever it is that you would like an answer to. And this can be relating to any area, right? It can be a relationship. It can be career, just a general question. And I will pick 3 cards, okay? And you'll choose one of the 3 cards as your yes or no answer to your question. Okay, so here we have card number 1. So as I show the cards, try to focus on the energy if you need to. Here's card number 2. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that. And card number 3. Okay, if you went with card number 1, this is the 4 of Wands. This is a yes. And, you had the 2, the 3, here's the 4. So it's like a progression. And the 4 of Wands, it's also the soulmate card, right? It's the 1111 sort of gateway. It's also to do with celebration. So, completing something, there's a celebration. It can also speak of an engagement, a marriage. We're talking about marriage over there. It can be to do with the home. So buying a home, moving in with somebody. But it's a card of celebration. But as in a yes or no answer, this is a yes. If you went with card number 2, you have number 2 of the major arcana, the High Priestess. The High Priestess, she is associated with the sign of Cancer. So a Cancer individual might be important. But, she is highly intuitive, right? She sits between the spiritual realm and the physical realm as a sort of gatekeeper, right? She's there to sort of lift the veil, to guide us into this spiritual knowledge. But she asks us to tap into our intuition, right? To use our intuition as a guide. So a focus on spirituality with the High Priestess showing up might be a good time to pay attention to signs, synchronicities, repeating numbers, dreams, messages coming through at nighttime in your dreams. But there should be a yes. Okay, so another yes. And if you went with card number 3, you have another yes. This is the Ace of Swords. This is the clarity of mind, right? This is that epiphany, that aha moment. Aces in the tarot are besides being the number one, right, they are blessings from the universe. They're also big yes cards. So any answer that you are looking for, here we have the yes for you. Again, a focus on communication, right, on that idea, coming up with an idea, a way to get out of a situation. It's very positive with this Ace of Swords, and it is a card of victory, but it's a hard won victory. So you have 3 yeses, okay? So I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of February. Bye for now.